Hey guys, it's Naomi here with our Mythbuster Monday slash Messy Bun Monday. So I decided to kind of do a rewind and recap of last week's Wisdom Wednesday. One of the things that I touched on was the different styles of learning when it comes to technological learning, is how I'll put it. So we talked about the difference between cyber school, homeschool, virtual learning, and homebound instruction. So a lot of these terms are used interchangeably and they're not the same. There's so many differences, and it's so important that we're very specific in our language when we're talking about how our children are learning. Now more than ever, it's very important because there is a little bit of everything going on right now, right? So let's get into it, right? So we have homeschool, right? So a lot of people are saying, I'm not built for homeschool. I can't homeschool. I am homeschooling. I'm the teacher. And I want you all to know that probably out of all the people who are saying that they're homeschooling, probably about 3% are actually homeschooling, if even. Homeschooling means that you are the school. Your child's not registered in your local school. They're not registered in a private school or charter school. You are the school. You create the curriculum. You come up with the lesson plans. You do all of that. You find the work. You print out everything. Nothing is coming from anyone else. Now, there are systems where you can go and find curriculum for homeschooling. But again, you're doing the reporting to the state when it comes to testing and progress and making sure that as the homeschool that you're hitting those same standards that we expect from the brick and mortar schools, right? So that's homeschool. So again, think about it. How many of you out there who are saying that you have homeschooled, are homeschooling this year, are actually homeschooling? So then we have cyber schools. So my children are in a cyber school. What makes a cyber school a cyber school? A cyber school is from top to bottom structured for online learning, meaning that the systems are already in place. Everything is virtual pretty much. Now, these cyber schools do have buildings because there are sometimes meetings and there are people that have to come into work. So some teachers, they don't all always work from home. They are set up so that no matter what, they can be virtual from wherever they are. But a lot of companies, there are schools that still require them to come into the building for whatever purposes, right? But again, when you have the cyber school, they actually have the teachers on there providing live instruction. Everything is online. The live instruction, they also have it recorded so that the kids can go back and view it. They have it so that they're given the laptops, they're given printers, they have a scanner on there so that if there is an assignment that requires them to handwrite some stuff, that they can write, draw, or do whatever, and then scan it and send it to the teacher to turn it in. And a lot of stuff, like even the quizzes, tests, things like that, they do it online. A lot of times they get their grades right away because it's set up for that. So that's cyber school. So then we have virtual learning, right? So that's pretty much anything that you do online where you're gaining information, you're virtually learning. So if you as an adult, we can take courses and things like that online, or even go on certain websites where you get a certificate, right, for just going through the motions of watching videos and answering a couple questions or something like that. You're learning, you're virtually learning. But you're not necessarily being instructed, right? So again, the virtual learning is what was happening with a lot of schools when the pandemic first started. The kids were virtually learning. There was no instruction going on. They were watching videos. You were printing out worksheets and filling those out. That was just a virtual learning piece. And lastly, homebound instruction. So a lot of times, again, this is interchanged with homeschool. Homebound instruction typically occurs when a child has to be out of school for an extended period of time for a specific reason. There's paperwork involved, doctor's notes involved, all these things. It's a process. But a lot of times, if your child has like some type of school phobia or anything like that, then you would talk to the doctor, your child's doctor, psychiatrist, let them know what's going on. Paperwork will be sent to the school nurse, and a school district employee, an actual teacher, will come into your home to provide instruction. So again, that word, and I emphasize it for a reason, instruction, right? So that's that learning process that is closest to what goes on in the brick and mortar, not virtual learning, right? Cyber school, homeschool, and homebound all have instruction taking place, whereas the virtual learning setting does not have active ongoing instruction taking place. So that's our Mythbuster Monday. You are not homeschooling. I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating, but know what is happening, know what's going on, so that it better equips you to ask the right questions, okay? So again, if your child is in a cyber school, things are going to look very different than if your child is registered in a brick and mortar school, but they're having either virtual learning continuing, or they've decided to start that virtual instruction that mimics cyber school, okay? Again, if you have any questions, make sure that you email us at info@Advocacy Unlimited. You can DM me, message, however, call 215-572-0612 and take advantage of the services while things are slow. So right now I'm running a special $50 for an IEP review. These IEPs are not right. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but make sure that you take advantage while I'm running a special. Talk to you guys tomorrow for Tuesday tips. Bye-bye.